Today, we're going to talk about cyber resiliency. Now, I had to get some help on this one, so I made an expert using ChatGPT. His name is Doc. And Doc, I want to thank you for coming on to help us.
It is good to be here. I am happy to help you with your questions about cyber resiliency.
Let's start with the big question. What is cyber resiliency?
I can help you out there. Per the National Institute of Standards and Technology, cyber resiliency is the ability to anticipate, withstand, recover from, and adapt to adverse conditions, stresses, attacks, or compromises on systems that use or are enabled by cyber resources. To put it in a simple way, cyber resilience refers to an entity's ability to continuously deliver the intended outcome. Despite cyber attacks, resilience to cyber attacks is essential to IT systems, critical infrastructure, business processes, organizations, societies, and nation-states.
So this is just another way of saying cybersecurity?
Unlike cybersecurity, which is designed to protect systems, networks, and data from cyber crimes, cyber resilience is designed to prevent systems and networks from being derailed in the event that security is compromised. Cybersecurity is effective without compromising the usability of systems, and there is a robust continuity business plan to resume operations if the cyber attack is successful. Cyber resilience helps businesses to recognize that hackers have the advantage of innovative tools, element of surprise, and can be successful in their attempt. This concept helps business to prepare, prevent, respond, and successfully recover to the intended secure state. This is a cultural shift as the organization sees security as a full-time job and embedded security best practices in day-to-day operations. In comparison to cybersecurity, cyber resilience requires the business to think differently and be more agile on handling attacks.
Doc, in today's digital world, how important is it for a business to be cyber resilient?
In today's digital world, cyber resilience is extremely important for businesses. The frequency and sophistication of cyber attacks continue to increase, and organizations of all sizes and types are at risk. A cyber attack can result in significant financial losses, damage to an organization's reputation, and potentially even the loss of critical data or intellectual property. Being cyber resilient means having measures in place to prevent, detect, and respond to cyber attacks. This includes things like regular backups of important data, employee training on cybersecurity best practices, and incident response plans that outline what to do in the event of an attack. Investing in cyber resilience is not only essential for protecting an organization's assets, but it can also help build trust with customers and partners who expect their data to be kept secure. Additionally, having a cyber-resilient organization can potentially reduce the cost of cyber insurance premiums, as insurers may see the organization as a lower risk.
Let's talk about incident response. I would guess that this is one of the more important areas of cyber resilience.
Yes, Ken, you are correct. Incident response is a crucial part of cyber resilience. A well-planned incident response plan helps minimize damage and ensures quick and effective responses to security incidents. The plan should have clear procedures, communication and coordination among key stakeholders, and roles and responsibilities for each team member. Regular testing and training is also necessary to ensure preparedness. Overall, incident response should be given careful attention and resources to ensure a strong cyber resilience program.
So let's talk about cyber insurance. You said having a cyber resilient organization can potentially reduce the cost of cyber insurance premiums, as insurers may see the organization as a lower risk. I got two questions. How does a company or organization get cyber resilient? And what factors are insurance companies looking at to verify an organization has an effective cyber resilience process or program?
This is a great couple of questions. To be cyber resilient, a company should identify risks and vulnerabilities, implement security measures, and develop incident response plans. This involves risk assessments, security controls, and regular testing. Staying up to date with cybersecurity threats and reviewing security policies is also important. Insurance companies evaluate an organization's history of incidents, handling of sensitive data, cybersecurity policies and procedures, employee training, incident response plans, security technologies, encryption, and third-party risk management. They use this to determine coverage and premiums for cyber insurance policies.
Doc, let's say I own a small or medium business. What is the best way to implement cyber resilience? Do I hire an MSP, or do I take the time to hire the right staff for the jobs needed to do the work?
Implementing cyber resilience for a small to medium-sized business depends on factors such as budget, resources, and cybersecurity needs. To begin, conduct a cybersecurity risk assessment to identify areas of weakness and prioritize your cybersecurity efforts. Develop a comprehensive cybersecurity plan based on the results of the risk assessment, including preventative measures and incident response procedures. Consider hiring a qualified cybersecurity professional or outsourcing to a managed service provider for cost-effective cybersecurity services. Ultimately, working with qualified professionals is key to ensuring an effective cybersecurity program that meets your specific needs and protects your valuable assets.
If I hire an MSP, do they share the risk associated with a breach?
The MSP's level of risk in the event of a cybersecurity breach depends on the terms and conditions of the contract between the MSP and the client organization. While an MSP can assist in managing cybersecurity risks, they cannot entirely eliminate them. It's crucial for organizations to take an active role in understanding and managing their cybersecurity risks, even when outsourcing some of their cybersecurity to an MSP. Before hiring an MSP, carefully review their contract terms to ensure they meet your organization's specific needs, such as data breach notification, indemnification, and liability limitations. Additionally, verify their security certifications and references and ask about their experience in handling cybersecurity incidents.
Let's talk about budget for cyber resilience. What might it cost a company per year to be cyber resilient, including the cost of insurance with 100 employees or less?
The cost of implementing a cyber resilience program and purchasing cyber insurance for a company of that size can vary depending its complexity, the industry it operates in, and the specific cybersecurity risks it faces. That being said, here are a few general guidelines. According to a report by the National Cybersecurity Alliance, the average annual cost of cybersecurity for small businesses is around $4,000 to $7,000. This includes expenses related to cybersecurity technologies, personnel, and consulting services. The cost of cyber insurance will depend on several factors, such as the size and industry of the organization, the type and amount of coverage, and the organization's cyber risk profile. According to a report by the insurance broker Marsh, the median premium for a $1 million cyber insurance policy is around $5,000 per year for a small business. However, premiums can vary widely depending on the specific circumstances of the organization. It's important to note that these figures are just general guidelines, and the actual cost of implementing a cyber resilience program and purchasing cyber insurance will depend on a wide range of factors specific to your organization. To get a more accurate estimate, you may want to consult with a cybersecurity consultant or insurance broker who can assess your specific needs and provide tailored recommendations.
What cost does cyber insurance cover as the result of a data breach?
Cyber insurance policies can vary, but generally, they may cover some or all of the costs associated with a data breach, such as investigation costs. This can include costs associated with investigating the cause and extent of the breach, as well as forensic analysis to determine the scope of the damage. Notification costs. This can include costs associated with notifying affected individuals, regulators, and other stakeholders about the breach. Legal costs. This can include costs associated with defending against lawsuits, as well as any settlements or judgments that may result from legal action. Business interruption costs. This can include costs associated with lost income or extra expenses resulting from the breach, such as the cost of downtime, lost productivity, and the cost of hiring additional staff or resources to mitigate the damage. Data recovery and restoration costs. This can include costs associated with restoring lost or damaged data, as well as costs associated with repairing or replacing damaged hardware or software. It's important to note that the specific coverage and limits of a cyber insurance policy will depend on the policy's terms and conditions, as well as the needs and budget of the insured organization. It's important for organizations to carefully review their cyber insurance policies and work with their insurance provider to ensure that their policy provides adequate coverage for their specific risks and needs.
Thank you, Doc. This is very helpful information.
You're welcome, Ken. Please let me know when we can do this again. Have a good day.
So there we have it. So basically the summary of what I got out of this was it's not just about cybersecurity. It's not just about cyber insurance and having too much or having too little. It's about how you have your processes within your business to respond to an incident once an incursion occurs. And that response is part of it. You have to basically understand that every day you are potentially going to suffer a data breach despite all your best efforts. And you have to have a good incident response program so that when a breach occurs, you're able to get in there and mitigate the risk and continue to operate without loss of revenue. That is the big thing that I got out of today. I hope you did too. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget, subscribe, comment. Love to hear from you. Have a good one.